First impressions. The cushion that I'm going to be talking about today is from LANCOME. So it is specifically the Blanc Expert Cushion Compact High Coverage. So I picked this up while I was in Korea about a month and a half ago, and I definitely wanted to test this out because I've heard amazing things about this cushion. This is different from the US version, even though the packaging looks the same. It's a little complicated, but essentially the US version is more like a BB cream, and so it's supposed to give your skin kind of like a dewy, hydrated, healthy look, while this one is supposed to be a long-lasting, high-coverage cushion foundation. So this one is meant to give you like a flawless look. I would say it's most similar to the recently released Taunt Idol cushion foundation that LANCOME just released, because that one's supposed to be long-lasting and high coverage. So this one, I'm not exactly sure if it's the same thing. I probably will have to pick it up and see if the Asian version, this one is basically the same thing as the Taunt Idol, but today the review is simply going to be on this one. Now the shade that I wear is 003, so I'm not quite sure what the name of that is besides the number, but that's the shade that I was matched to while I was in Shinsegae. And yeah, so let's go ahead and try this on. Okay, so this is what my face looks like nice and close. I have a little bit of a breakout here on my chin, as well as some marks around my skin. I've been breaking it a little bit recently since I've had a lot going on in my life. And my skin looks a little dewy right now because I do have some sunscreen on. The sunscreen that I'm wearing is the Etude House Sun Prize Must Daily SPF 50. I always wear sunscreen every single day, and I'm not going to wear any primer. I'm not going to use concealer. I'm not going to set this with a powder because I just like to see how the cushion wears on its own. So actually I have filmed a first impression of this / review before. Both times that I attempted to film it, the first time I lost the footage while I was moving, and the second time I just deleted the footage. So here I am reviewing it again. So that's why my cushion is not perfect and pristine, because I've already dipped into this and tried this a couple times. So actually for the purpose of reviewing, that'll probably make my review a bit more thorough. So this cushion in particular has the netting on it, and essentially what that's supposed to do is disperse the foundation onto the puff a little bit more evenly. So as you guys can see here, it does have like a little bit of a netting design to it. So when you press your puff into it, so does that make much of a difference? I don't really know, I'm not really quite sure, but it is supposed to. It does have a little bit of a scent to it. I can't really put my finger on what it smells like. It smells like sunscreen, kind of like that type of smell. Also, okay, so now half of my face is covered in the cushion. This side has the cushion. This side is still my fairly bare skin with the sunscreen on it. So that's what the difference looks like. Let's go ahead and cover the rest of my face. Okay, so now my face is entirely covered with this cushion. I have to say I really like the finish of this cushion. It's also very lightweight feeling. It doesn't feel super heavy considering this is a pretty high coverage cushion. I would actually prefer to put a little bit of extra concealer on my breakout here on my chin, but since I am reviewing this and I want to see how this wears, I'm not going to put anything else on it. I think it's sufficient enough. I just am a little nitpicky, but I would definitely say that this matches my skin very nicely. I love how it looks, and so now we are going to go ahead and see how it wears throughout the day, and I will check in with you guys to let you guys know this is how my face looks right now, and we will see how this turns out. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit. It is now my second check-in of the day. I have had this on for about 5.5 hours now. It's 3:08. And so I'm gonna tell you guys kind of my experience so far. I went outside, went for a walk, did have a little activity in my day. So I am testing this out in pretty accurate daily conditions. And I have to say, my face still looks really good. Now, I was expecting this to be pretty good because, like I said, I have tried this a couple times and I have liked the results before. Obviously, I wanted to film them for you guys and I accidentally deleted them, so I kind of knew it was going to happen, but my skin looks really nice still. Now, I will say I'm a little oilier than I like to be. I don't necessarily care for the dewy look, but if you like the kind of dewy look, you probably really love this because it's not overly dewy, but it still has a little bit of glow to it. I just really like more natural, almost on the matte side of looking skin. What? That makes sense. I would prefer to cover this pimple down here because it is kind of peeking through, but it's honestly nothing too crazy. It's just me wanting to be a perfectionist. And yeah, so my skin still looks really good. There's a little creasing underneath my eyes, which I will show you guys what that looks like close up and around my mouth a little bit. Like I said, since I have tested this out before, personally I like to put a little bit of powder on this and then it's amazing. But yeah, I'm just going to wear this by itself all day. So let me go ahead and jump into the close-ups now. Hey guys, so it is now the end of the day. I've had the LANCOME Blanc Expert Cushion Compact High Coverage on my on my skin now for about 9 hours. I feel like that's a full day of wear, and I will show you guys close-ups, but overall, I feel like this looks pretty good. It's looking a little greasy, to be completely honest, and it feels a little sticky. But like I said, when I normally wear it, I do put powder on it because I also use a little extra concealer. I feel like this is a really, really good overall cushion foundation just for like the average user, because I feel like it has enough coverage, but it's not so high coverage that it feels cakey, but it does cover any imperfections you might have, and with a little concealer, you can get like a perfect coverage with this. Also, they have a more of a wider shade selection, so if that's an issue with you, you could probably find a shade that works with your skin. Also, this is a happy medium between looking dewy and healthy and not looking overly matte. So it does have a good amount of dew to it, but it doesn't look super oily and it doesn't look super, super matte. So it's kind of in the middle there. Like I said, for me, I prefer to use this with concealer and powder, but that's just kind of how I am with every type of foundation. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and wear this like I normally would and show you guys what it looks like at the end of the day, so you guys can get both how this wears on its own and also with powder and concealer. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump into the close-ups. Like I said, I really, really like this cushion foundation. I would definitely recommend it to pretty much anyone. I feel like this would work for pretty much all skin types. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to those close-ups. As I promised in the video, I also wanted to show you guys what this cushion looked like when I wear it normally. So I already have sunscreen on my skin, and then I applied the cushion foundation on top, and then I used a bit of concealer underneath my eyes and just some other areas that I felt like needed extra coverage, like some marks on my skin and the breakout on my chin. I just blended that in, and I also applied a little bit of powder, bronzer, blush, all that kind of good stuff, and then I wore it throughout the day. So this is what it looked like in the beginning of the day, close up in artificial lighting, and then the next shot I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in natural lighting, so you guys can kind of get a good reference point as to what it looks like at the start of the day, and then you guys will see what it looks like at the end of the day. Mind you, this is several hours later. At the end of the day, I took a nap, slept in this makeup, so I feel like it still looks pretty good, holds up really nicely, and I'm definitely enjoying this cushion. I would recommend it to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know if there are any other cushion foundations or anything in general you guys would like me to check out, and I would be happy to look into it. And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys in my next video.